listening to TC TAUX on TNT.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is TC here, back with another episode of TC TAUX, and today we're talking nothing about Chicago, but baseball. So, before we dive into all that Chicago baseball news, let me just inform you, it's going to be a TC TAUX takeover for the winner's circle this upcoming week. Yes, Tyler Farringle is back at work at 670 The Score, reeling it in, kicking it in with all those experts over there. So you know when he comes back, he's going to have all the details we need to be able to have the greatest insight into what's going on in Chicago sports. But until then, until that time, you guys are stuck with good old TC and his analysis, his truth, his gospel, because you know what I am saying is the word of God. But in either case, let's dive into some Chicago baseball. The first thing I want to talk about is those White Sox. While they do have a decent amount of wins over their last few games, it is a rather unfortunate circumstance for them. Had they not dropped those 3 games against Kansas City, or maybe one of the games in their previous matchups, or maybe one of those games against the Rockies, we would see the White Sox in competition for first place in the AL Central. Just 3 games back now against the Guardians, tied for second with the Minnesota Twins, and that's not something that you want to be seeing at this point of the season. Earlier in the year, it was okay. They were going through some changes. Lance Lynn was hurt. There was a number of injuries that had stacked up. It was a matter of time before the White Sox got into 2021 shape, showed the AL who's going to be one of the top contenders this season, because that's what everybody was saying. The White Sox were going to be dominant this year. Dylan Cease was pretty good last year. He's come out and been absolutely amazing this year. Then you look at Lance Lynn, who was an AL Cy Young candidate for last season. He was supposed to be one of the best pitchers in the league. I saw people ranking him high as number 7th in the league, not just the AL, in the league. And on top of that, you had Lucas Giolito, who had a decent season last year, and now Johnny Cueto's here trying to tie the band together, and unfortunately, it has not gone Chicago's way. Dallas Keuchel has become an afterthought in my mind. That's how bad he was for the White Sox this season, and you know how much I like to complain, and his poor play, that's something we could have complained about every day going forward. But in either case, it's not just the poor performance, it is how they have been here. While there have been injuries, like I mentioned, for the most part, the majority of the team has played all at once. And what I mean by that is, while there have been members out here and there, a majority of the time, it has been either a singular or a few members out at a time. It hasn't been half the team or a quarter of the team. It has been just a handful of players, maybe a few key contributors, but at the same time, it's not like they were losing their best players all in one swing. It wasn't like the Bulls this season where you saw Alex Caruso and then Lonzo Ball get hurt. Then you have some issues with DeMar DeRozan, and on top of that, Zach LaVine's got a bad back apparently. All these situations, it's not like that for the White Sox up until recently, where we've seen a little bit more of an extended injury from Tim Anderson. We've also seen Luis Robert miss some time. There's been a number of injuries start to stack up all over again. The good old Chicago curse of having some of our best players go down in crunch time. Shout out to Derrick Rose. But in either case, the White Sox, while they were looking pretty good, those games that they lost, it's going to be major, because now, while they're 3 games back, doesn't seem too bad. 3 games above 500 for the first time since the mid/late April, and all of a sudden it looks like things could be looking up for the White Sox. Unfortunately, that's not true because there are some tough opponents ahead. As I said, they are facing the Astros right now. They are currently behind in the second inning or third inning. And for these White Sox, 2 runs were given up in the first, and that's all that's been dealt so far. But these Astros, they're one of those teams that likes to hit the White Sox hard, to kind of bully them a little bit into kicking the hopes and dreams out of them, I like to think. But in either case, the White Sox seem to be settling them down, getting back into the groove of things. Perhaps it's because, the bottom half of the lineup was up. But, we'll see if they could hold them again here in the third inning coming up. But the White Sox, their biggest issue is just, where is the fire? Or where is the problem? That's what I'm wondering. Because this team is so uncaring. It doesn't seem like anybody, except for maybe Andrew Vaughn, maybe Dylan Cease as well, because he's been absolutely killing it. Nobody else on the White Sox seems to really care how well they do. You know what? Shout out to Johnny Cueto, because he came into the situation and he seems passionate every time he's on the field. So I will include him in that list. But outside those 3 players, I don't really see anybody on Chicago fired up, ever annoyed that they're struggling, anybody ever getting ecstatic when they're going good. Like, sure, they cheer and they yell when they hit home runs, but I saw the other day, it was a while ago at this point, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, I just never brought it up. I saw the White Sox, they hit a go-ahead home run in like the 7th or 6th inning, and while nobody really, sat there and did nothing, nobody got ecstatic. Nobody was like, yeah, there we go. Let's go, baby. You didn't really feel that energy at any point. You didn't see them get excited like they just done something. It felt like it was just another part of the game. And while it is, it's the most exciting part of the game. One, it's a home run, which is the coolest hit you could have in baseball. And on top of that, that home run gave them the lead. You're now winning. You're playing a sport, and now you're winning after a home run, and it didn't seem like anybody cared. I remember, of course I was 13 at the time. When I hit my first home run, I got mobbed at home plate. And I'm not asking these guys to go out there like they're little kids and mob guys at home plate every time they hit a home run, but show some energy. Feel that way on the inside. You just didn't see it at any point this season, and you're not going to see it. I guarantee it. This team, there's either something stinking up the clubhouse, or there's something going on with this team where maybe there's a big issue. Perhaps they're just not that level of talented to get to the next level. And not talent in terms of baseball, talent in terms of being that guy, being able to excel, because everybody's able to punch down. Everybody's able to play when it doesn't matter. But when it comes to crunch time, those guys who just can, those all-time greats just do. And I do not see anybody on the White Sox that is that way in any sense. And that's just the unfortunate truth. There is nobody who plays with the heart of a Hall of Famer. And that is just sad. They don't have to be a Hall of Famer. They don't have to get the results of a Hall of Famer, but there is nobody who seems like they have a passion for the game. It seems so lifeless. And I'm not talking in interviews or anything like that. I'm talking on the field when the game is happening, when they are supposed to be the most involved in the game. It does not seem like they are. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section below, or check out our Instagram. Yes, if you didn't know, we have an Instagram. It's not much of something that we post onto regularly, but when it comes to the winner circle, that's how we chat with you guys during our weekly show, 5 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com, or search that in the TuneIn app to take us on your mobile. But in either case, the Chicago White Sox need to figure it out. And I want to know what you guys think they could do to either recover this part of the season in this season, the home stretch, or is it going to have to be something that goes into next season? Again, let me know in the comment section down below or the Instagram, the Winner Circle STC. Again, the Winner Circle STC. Yes, you could rewind it, but are you really going to go backwards in time just to get the Instagram? I know I wouldn't, so give it to you twice because it's so nice. But they say the third time's the charm. So the Winner Circle STC. Make sure you go check that out. S is in Sally, T is in TC, and then C is in C. But in either case, sorry, I am just easily amused. That's this unfortunate reality about me. It does not take much to get me to smile. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, I guess. What do you guys think? Is it good to be easily humored, or, should there be a little bit of effort involved in it? But in either case, we got those Chicago Cubs going as well, and they're actually off to a hot start, leading the Nats 3-2. And wow, those Nats are charging back in the bottom of the fifth. The Cubs came up hot in the beginning of the game, getting 2 runs to start off the contest, and then kind of fell flat. Picked things back up in the top of the 5th inning, scratching the go-ahead run that is currently there in the 5th. And then the Nats came charging back. Bottom of the 5th inning, they have 2 runs currently in the inning. So hopefully those Cubs are able to come out on top and stop this run. There's this run that the Nats are on right now. They got 2 outs in the inning, a 1 count to Nelson Cruz. But in either case, the Cubs have looked pretty good as of late, especially for a team that's 20 games below 500. They have come out and put together a tremendous little run that they have. And while it's not going to get them above 500, while they might not ever see that this season, they have a lot to be proud of. In fact, that last loss against the Reds sums up the Chicago Cubs perfectly. If you saw that game, you saw them go down hard and early, but this team rose back up, fought its way back to its feet, and did not accept defeat until the final inning. It was a tremendous game. Unfortunate that it did not go the Cubs' way, but in either case, they came out there playing some great baseball, battled back, and it's just good to see a team that had a little bit of heart in them, that had a little chip on their shoulder. And these Cubs, say what you want about them, talk as bad as you want to about them, give them the respect that even though they are a bottom dweller, they are the bottom dweller that you do not want to go up against. They are the guys who are going to tooth, claw, and nail you all the way, whatever that expression is, because I'm sure I got it wrong. All my friends tell me that I get all the sayings wrong, but hey, it's because I'm a first-generation American. My mother is the one who told me all these things, and apparently she's wrong all the time. But in either case, those Cubs, you got to give them the credit. The Cubs have just given up the lead. It is now 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. It was a base-clearing double, it seems like. Yes, it is a double to left field by Nelson Cruz. Luke Voigt and Yadiel Hernandez scored to make it 4-3. So rocky start for Leiter Jr., but hopefully he's able to rebound and, same thing as Johnny Cueto, settle down, his cadence, get into a rhythm, and be able to get on with it. Oh, there we go. He got out of it. Just how you do it. Good job. A little rocky stint right there, but in either case, we're going to see these Cubs come up to bat. They're going to get their revenge, and they're going to come out hard. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. It's about time for me to wrap up my time at work, so I'm going to wrap it up on TC Talks as well. Make sure you guys tune into the Winner Circle Wednesday night. I have 2 special guests coming in for the show. Yes, that's right. I am being so nice to my audience. I'm giving you guys 2 special guests, 2 amazing things at the same time. You guys are not going to want to miss it. While it's only 2 special guests, it's going to be 3 times the fun. I guarantee it. And while you might not understand why I'm saying 3 times as fun now, if you tune in on Wednesday, you'll definitely understand why. But until next time, or until Wednesday, this has been TC with TC Talks. Peace.